And it's very true. Oftentimes in our haste, in our blinding, rush, we often forget to notice the things which actually matter. We cross many pathways, and oftentimes the pathways which we cross, they are so familiar to us, so known, but yet so unknown. There are so many relationships which we are very closely situated with. There are so many bonds in our lives with whom we feel great proximity and great closeness, yet after a closer inspection, perhaps we would come to recognize that we actually don't know the bond as deeply as we thought we did. And that's, I think, the case everywhere. That's the situation everywhere. That's the common malady, the common malaise which we share as human beings. That's the quintessentially common predicament which we have in our lives. The paths which we walk through our workaday affairs, through our mundane routine lives, appear familiar to us, but they are not as familiar as we might think they are. We walk through those paths, we walk through those ways in a kind of somnolence, in a somnolence as in a kind of daze where we are not fully awake of the actual thing with which we are familiarizing ourselves with. And I guess that's where people like T.S. Eliot and so many other inquisitive, ingenious minds can guide us sometimes. Maybe that's the essence of all exploration, actually. To frequent the very paths which we have already traversed upon, but to notice their reality for the first time. And if we actually succeed in that pursuit, in that endeavor, that would be a great success. And interestingly, quite ironically, the most frequented pathways are often the ones whose veracity, whose actual essence we fail to realize. It's often the most highly visited places and things whose nature we truly fail to understand what the actual thing is about. Its essence is something which escapes us.